My first financial goal as well as emotional goal. That was my parents' house, because we don't have any house when I was in school. When I have completed my BTech, we don't have any house. Second goal was my own house. I have taken a good amount of loan from State Bank of India, and I have cleared that loan by redeeming the mutual fund account in the year 2024. Whatever I have achieved till date, due to my proper education, I got the good job, I have earned lot of money, and thereafter my financial difficulties have been overcome. I have two major goals right now. One is for my son's higher education, and the last one is for my retirement plan. For my retirement, I have used one Google Sheet. Everything is ready. Once in a month I see it, and whenever you see it, that will be a mental pleasure. I am Abhijit Patra from the remote village of West Midnapur. As I am from a farmer's family, there is no opportunity regarding the higher education, or there are no availability of the quality teaching. That's why I have faced a lot of problems. I have gone through different difficult phases, and the major difficult phase was the financial phase. So at that point of time, we have not got the proper dress, proper food, proper book even. So what I have learned, that if we get the proper education, we can overcome this difficult phase. But at that point of time, the financial pressure was quite difficult, and that was not properly handled by parents. As a point of discussion, my elder brother sacrificed his own study, and he told me, you continue your study, I will help our parents so that you can continue the study. And as a result, I have studied more, I have studied hard work for the study. So after getting the good marks in class 10, I got a scholarship, and the amount was rupees 500 per month, and that is from Saroda Kalyan Bhandar. After class 12, when I have cleared the WBJ engineering exam, I got another scholarship from the then Chief Minister Buddhadev Bhattacharya, and that amount was 10,000. And that 10,000, to get it, I have to open one savings account. That was our first savings account from my side as well as from my family side. So that was the first journey to the bank. After completion of master degree, I have got the job in TCS. At that point of time, my salary was 2.52 CTC. And after the completion of 1 year, package goes to 4.5. From that earning, I have constructed my parents' house. That was my first financial goal. And that was one emotional achievement, because we don't have any house when I was in school, when I have completed my BTech, even when I have completed my MTech, we don't have any house. From the year 2007, when I earned the first salary, from that point of time, I made a plan to make the house first for my parents. And at that point of time, 40 to 50,000 was enough to make the house. But I almost invested 70,000 to construct the house, along with some other necessities that are required for my parents. And I have completed the house in the year 2009. Prior to TCS, I don't have much experience about savings or investment. I have the zero idea. I have gone to the TCS Trivandrum Training Center. There was a session that was conducted by the then Chief Finance Officer. Sir told us that whenever you earn money, at least part of the money or some percentage of your salary should be invested in such an asset that it will create a huge amount in the long term. From that perspective, Sir introduced the concept of equity, direct stock investment, and SIP, that is the mutual fund investment. From that learning, to test the water, I started one SIP of only rupees 500, and that was in Reliance company. That was my first investment in SIP, and that was in the year 2007. Just after the completion of the training in TCS, I have started it, and I continue for 5 years. So in that 5 years, that 30,000 goes to almost I have got 48,000. But in between that 5 years, there are so many volatility. After 2 years, it becomes 15,000. Again, it comes to 6,000. Again, it go to 18,000. Ultimately, I have got 48,000. And that was a huge return at that point of time. In the year 2009, in the month of October, I have left the TCS job and I joined Academy of Technology as an assistant professor. That point of time, the salary was only 24,000. My salary was to 24,000 from 37,000. I have taken that decision because side by side, I had a plan. So in the year 2000, when I got the admission in engineering department, my expenditure was monthly almost 1,000 per month. 500 from Sarada Kalyan Fundar, and for the remaining money, I started to teach the 2 students 1,000 total from the tuition. So my total earning was 1,500, including the scholarship. And whenever I settled at Academy of Technology, I had a fixed time to go to college and come back to college. So from the year 2010, I have expanded the tuition from 2 students to step by step to 220 students. And that income goes from 1,000 to almost 2,10,000 per month. Now from the 2010, when I have increased my income from coaching, I have increased my SIP also. Step by step from 500 to 50,000, then 60,000, then 70,000. And in the year 2019, it goes to more than 1 lakh. So again, in the year 2020, I have get a good shock due to coronavirus effect. But at that point of time, I have learned the market history. And within 1 year, the market goes to almost 20% increase. And that 30 lakhs goes to almost 75 lakhs within 2 years. In the year 2019, I have purchased the house. At that point of time, I have redeemed some amount, likely 7 lakhs to 8 lakhs to pay the initial amount. So in the year 2024, I have achieved a very good financial goal. I have redeemed almost 40 lakhs. From that money, I have cleared the home loan. That was a big achievement for me. And remaining 2 or 3 lakhs, I have invested for gold. That was personal ornaments. After 2024, I have reduced my number of classes, number of students. I have just shifted my mind from investing to family oriented, health oriented, or simply personal oriented. I have made a plan that I will earn money to run the family only. And accordingly, I invest my quality time for family, for the health purpose, for the exercise purpose, so that I can make a balance between my life, my health, my family, my society, my social life, everything. Now currently, my total investment is approximately 2.3 crore. Out of 2.3 crore, 70% in equity and 30% in debt. Why I have maintained 70 to 30%? If I consider the market is down for 5 years or say 7 years, at least I can run the family without any hampering the equity investment, at least 7 to 10 years. And that's why if you calculate 30% of 2.3 crore, it will be almost 70 lakhs. So 70 lakhs is enough to run a family for 6 to 7 years. So within 6 to 7 years, the market will rebound definitely. And that's why it is my own calculation that 70% will be invested in equity and 30% will be invested in debt. And I will continue this up to the age of 60. After 60, I will rethink. I may be reduce the little bit the percentage allocation for equity. It might be 60-40 or 50-50. It will depend on that time. Right now, my major goal is for my son's higher education. I have only one son, and presently he is studying at class 8. I have kept 25 lakhs for his higher studies, and I have opened one Komal Jivan in LIC also. So whenever he will be 18 years, after 2 years he will be getting 1.5 lakhs from LIC. I have gone through different phases. I have seen the financial difficulty phase. I have also seen that sometimes we have the rice but we don't have any vegetables. That phase I have also passed. But for my next generation, he never seen such type of difficulties. how he will give the value for the money. And that's why for him, I have opened one PPF account, at least 500 yearly he invests. And whenever we invest in PPF, he also accompany us to the bank so that he will see that this is the way to invest the money. Whenever he will earn, so that he will invest a little bit portion of money for the future. For my retirement, I have used one Google Sheet. Everything is ready so that once in a month I see it, and whenever you see it, that will be a mental pleasure. So whenever I calculated the amount for the portfolio, it was in the year 2018 to 19, the amount was 2 crore. On which basis I have calculated? The calculation was based on my monthly expenditure. The general rule is whenever the monthly expenditure is say 50,000, you have to keep 25 to 30 times. So in that way, initially I have calculated 2 crore will be sufficient after the retirement. But as the medical expenses and the educational expenses, the inflation rate is quite large than 10%. So I have calculated that whenever I will be at the age of 60, the required amount will be almost 3 crore to 3.5 crore. I can achieve that amount whenever I will be 60. Thereafter, I will get the freedom. Whatever I have achieved till date due to my good education. If I don't go for school or for engineering college or for masters, today I will not be there probably. Due to my proper education, I got the good job. I have earned lot of money from the coaching as well as from the job, and thereafter my financial difficulties have been overcome.
Hey, if you think you resonate with these stories and you think you have one worth sharing too, then please fill in the form in the pinned comments below and you can get featured on Win12.